coach has been jailed for 17 years for importing millions of pounds worth of crystal meth. Davante James organised shipments disguised as weight loss shakes and flaunted his luxury lifestyle. Several other members of his gang were also jailed today after scores of people accepted their parcels as online shopping deliveries. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
Flashing the cash, this is Davante James bragging on social media, a boxing coach who filled a lucrative gap in the market. James boasted of having £100,000 in cash and filmed this video about his lifestyle, luxury watches and luxury holidays everywhere from Central America to Thailand and Dubai, funded by trafficking illegal drugs from the States. Nottinghamshire police were alerted by Border Force officials.
Extremely surprised to discover that it was crystal methamphetamine that was coming in.
That prompted an 18-month investigation.
It's the biggest crystal meth seizure that we've had. The scales involved are huge. The intention was not only to flood this drug into Nottinghamshire, but that hasn't currently got a particular issue with crystal meth, but also more widely across the region. They were travelling to some incredible places across the globe, and just bragging and showing, look, you know, these are the trappings of my criminality, look how clever I am, you know, I'm not going to get caught.
But Davante James did get caught.
Right, Davante, we're from Notts Police.
He was arrested here in Nottingham along with several accomplices.
What's your name?
And the man who shipped their parcels through Stansted Airport was also jailed today. Jesse Colo created fake customs labels for a pharmaceuticals firm where he was an office manager.
Of importation of Class A.
The crystal meth arrived in packages like this, usually labelled as weight loss powder, while other shipments were sent as bar stools or motorcycle helmets. In all, more than 70 parcels were intercepted, addressed to streets like this one in St Anne's, one of scores of homes across Nottingham and beyond, where some of the residents thought they were simply accepting online shopping deliveries as a favour.
Yo, big wabbit.
This is a recording of Davante James organising one of those deliveries.
Somebody does need to kind of sign for it, innit? Obviously, you're not going to be in, but I'm thinking I might be able to fly there and just grab it anyway.
We were seeing things like, can you take a parcel? I've got some expensive trainers coming. They can't be delivered. I'm out. Would you take that for me? And that was a recurring theme where people were asked to do a good deed, to do a favour.
So this was essentially international drug trafficking disguised as online shopping, wasn't it?
Yeah, and to multiple addresses, so as not to use one address over and over again to arouse suspicion.
James lived the high life with help from criminals as far afield as the Middle East, but the police brought him down with help from US law enforcement agencies and damning evidence about his lifestyle from his own mobile phone.
Wow, Jeremy's here in the studio. Crikey, that's incredible stuff. I mean, what else do we know about Davante James?
Well, Anne, today Nottingham Crown Court heard that as a boxing coach he'd been a bit of a role model, a mentor to young people. But today Judge Stephen Coupland said James led a sophisticated operation that imported drugs that ruin lives, the judge said, spreading misery that leads to addiction and debt and further offending. And the court also heard that James had been working with other unnamed criminals out in Dubai.
We're talking about other criminals. He's one of, 9 people who were actually sentenced today?
Yep, 6 of them behind bars tonight. Now, Davante James got the longest sentence, that's 17 years in all. 4 of his accomplices from Nottingham were jailed for between 3 and 11.5 years. And then Jesse Colo, who you'll remember made their customs labels, he was jailed for just over 5 years. All of those men in the dock today, with 2 women and another man from Nottingham, they all got community sentences.
Wow, OK, thanks, Willie.